Hey guys, how's it going? Peter Day here. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, my name is Peter Day and my brother's name is Tyler Day. We are also known as the Day Brothers in the space, and I'm glad that you guys have been really enjoying a lot of Tyler's videos. He's been really making a lot of great YouTube videos lately. So anyway, my brother Tyler Day is the one in the gray blazer there, and I'm the guy with the hair that's kind of slicked to the side a little bit there. But anyway, let's dive into this video here. We are going to be talking about what to look for in a good affiliate network, and if you've been following us for some time, you've heard our story, you kind of know the in and outs of what we've been doing. I'm going to talk quickly right now to someone who is brand new to this channel. Let's say you're stumbling across this video for the first time. So who are we? We're known as the Day Brothers in the space. We've been doing affiliate marketing for 10 years. I started when I was 19 years old. I'm now 29 years old. So even though we're young, we have a lot of experience in the industry. We've done about $15 million in affiliate commissions in our career, and that number is growing by the day. You know, this time next year, maybe that number will be like 20 million or 22 million or something. We've been doing quite a lot in the 7 figures each year, and we've been specializing mostly in lead generation. Lead gen CPL offers have been kind of our bread and butter for the last 3 to 5 years, and that's what we've been focusing on really heavily. So in this video, I'm going to talk about what to look for in an affiliate network and some things to kind of stay away from. So the reason I'm making this video is because I am dealing with a situation right now where I hope the outcome is going to come out good. I mean, I think it is, but it kind of sparked me to make this video because I started working with a new network, firm, whatever you want to call them. I started working with the new partner, and they're supposed to pay me weekly pay, and the invoices are kind of late. I mean, not kind of late. Like, they haven't paid 3 of them. So we have a pretty common practice here with our company. I mean, if an advertiser is late, if an advertiser is so late that the second one becomes due, we pretty much just pause, because some affiliates are really dumb. It doesn't matter how profitable the campaign is if you don't get paid by the person you're working for or working with. If you don't get paid, I mean, it defeats the whole purpose, right? So some affiliates are very foolish, and they're like, oh, it's so profitable, I'm sure I'll get paid at some point. I mean, you got to be careful, because there are some sleazy people out there. Now, the people that I've been dealing with lately, I don't think they're sleazy, but you know, it's kind of weird. I mean, I'm going to be honest. I've been talking to these people on Skype. They're supposed to be on weekly pay. I sent them my invoice for the first week. I just expected it to be paid the next week, so I kept sending traffic. I sent them my second invoice. The first one wasn't even paid yet. And then I just sent them my third one, and I just told them, I said, guys, this is just ridiculous. I'm supposed to be on a week. They're oh, I hope to get it out next week. I'm like, what do you mean you hope to get it out? What's going on? You hope to get it out next week? I mean, am I getting paid or not? And then they say to me, I love the quality. They say, we can take 10,000 a day. I'm like, I'm not sending anything unless you pay these invoices. I'm not going to let this build up even more. So this is just some wisdom for you guys. If you're working with any kind of network or anybody, and they're so late on the first invoice that the second one becomes due, it depends. Like, now, you got to take this with a kind of a grain of salt as well, because this is weekly pay. So in weekly pay, the weeks go by kind of fast, right? That's how, at this point, these people owe 3 weeks of invoices. I've actually haven't had this happen to me before. These people have just been like strange. What's been really strange about these people is they act like they want to keep doing business, but they just like haven't paid any of these invoices. So I just completely cut off the traffic to them, and they're not going to get squat until not only these invoices are paid, but they're going to have to assure me that the future invoices are going to be paid on time. And I'm going to make it very clear with them. If you want to work with me, you're going to pay the invoices on time, And if the invoices are more than 5 days late, we most likely will never work with you again. I mean, seriously, I don't mess around with these people, because there's a lot of networks out there, and there's a lot of people that you can work with. And you don't want to put up with that kind of stuff. So, I mean, what's kind of frustrating about this situation, too, is that these people have really good offers. Like, their offer has been very converting and very profitable for us as well. But what are we supposed to do if they're not paying on time? They're not. And I've been chatting back and forth with them, and it sounds like they're going to pay, but I still don't like the disorganization. It's like, my goodness, we've been doing this business for 10 years, and this is only the second or third time, like, ever, that it's kind of been there was one advertiser that would always pay really late, but he would always just fork up the money. There was another network that was just notoriously like 1 or 2 weeks late on like every single invoice, but they always forked up the money. These people, they claim they're paying next week, but it's just been a frustrating situation. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because, you know what? This is real life. You might be like, oh, Peter, oh yeah, I hope you get paid. But no, this is seriously a lesson for you. I mean, if you're listening to this audio right now, I mean, seriously, take a lesson of this. So if you don't want to mess around with the payments. I've seen affiliates get burned for like a lot of money where they keep up the volume and then the pay never comes if the advertiser or network or something is sketchy. So what you're going to want to do is, the best practice here is, if you're on a weekly pay, I would say personally, if 2 cycles go by, like they haven't paid the first one and then you keep sending and then the second one is not paid yet, I would just pause everything and make sure you get paid. And yeah, it was funny. I sent these guys a little audio message on Skype too, because I mean, it's just silly. They're like, I really like the quality. We could take like 10 grand a day. I'm like, take 10 grand a day. You just haven't paid me any of my 3 invoices. So I left them an audio today, and it was kind of a silly audio. I was like, hey guys, you like my quality. You want more traffic. You want me to scale. I've sent you 3 invoices and you haven't paid any of them. Like, what do you want me to do here? And I told them that I just told them that I don't even know what to say. Like, they're trying to act all professional to me. They're trying to be saying my quality is good. They're trying to act all professional. They've been talking to me on Skype, and they're, oh, I hope to get the invoice next week. It's, well, what the heck is going on? Are you trying to like get some money from your mother or something to like pay my invoice? And it's like, these guys have this kind of activity, though, is concerning. So most likely I will not work with these people again. The only way I would work with these people, and again, this is all life lessons for you, because you're going to maybe run into some sketchy players in the affiliate space, right? So if you do, it's best to identify it early. And you don't want the stress of it. This has not been stressing me out because it's only, I mean, maybe it sounds big to some people. They owe me $11,000, and my ad spend on that $11,000 was $8,000. Okay, so if they don't pay it, I'm going to lose $8 grand. I'm pretty sure they're going to pay it, so I'm not worried about it, just because it is a small number for us relative to how much revenue we've been doing, and also I'm fairly confident that they will pay it. They've just been radically disorganized. But sometimes you can really. You want to kind of kick these people into shape, too, in a nice way. I mean, so you don't want to be rude, and you definitely don't want to come across as a jerk or a dick or something, right? Like, you don't want to come across like that. But you can come across as, you know, at least confident or something. I mean, so, because these people know that we have a huge reputation in the space too. It's like, what are they doing messing around, like not paying the Day Brothers on time? Because now I'm being nice to them here, and I'm not mentioning their name in this specific audio, but it's like, heck, if they were to stiff me, do you know how many people we could actually tell that these people stiffed? I mean, it's like the whole industry would practically know. So what's really important is you want to be working with people that you like and trust. And the whole topic of this video is what to look for in a good, successful affiliate network. And you want to be looking for really, really on-time payments, okay? If they're going to pay you weekly, it has to come every week, okay? If it's supposed to be weekly pay and they miss a week and then they're catching up the next week. It's like, why is that happening? And the economy has been pretty sketchy in certain areas with the whole COVID crash. You don't know what's going on behind the scenes. These people, they haven't been able to pay my 11 grand yet. Is this company going bankrupt? Is this company not have the money? Did they not have the cash flow? Are they waiting and waiting and waiting for someone to pay them for you to get paid? So all of these things could be possible, okay? So you just need to be really careful in what you're doing. And I would say, as a general rule of thumb, what to look for in affiliate network, you got to get paid on time. Again, if they're supposed to pay you every week, I don't care. If someone is supposed to pay weekly, I don't care that much if they're a couple days late, right? If you're supposed to get weekly pay and it always shows up on Tuesday and it shows up on Friday, who cares? It's a couple days late. But what I'm talking about is if you're supposed to get weekly pay and they just skip a week and then they're kind of catching up the next week, it's like, what is happening there? Why didn't that just get paid on time? So you need to be really careful. What you also need to be careful about too is if you're working with a network, they're really, really smooth. If the network is really, really smooth on paying on time, and then they start getting kind of delayed, like that weekly pay doesn't come. It comes the next Wednesday instead of that week. It's stuff like that you got to look out for, because what that might mean is that that network might be pinched for cash. They might literally only have 30 grand in the bank, and they're hoping that they get paid from someone else to then pay you. And guess what? If they don't get paid, then they might be delaying your payment even further or stiffing you. So those are signs of an unhealthy network, possibly. So just be really careful. Don't think that every affiliate network is butterflies and roses and stuff. Don't think that. Be in the economic climate we've been in, you need to be really diligent, you need to be really wise, and make sure you're getting paid on time for your networks. And if you're also working with affiliate networks, I talked about this in another video here on the channel. I talk about this in the weekly pay is key video. Just make sure these networks are paying you on a weekly basis. Goodness, it's kind of weird these days for a network to actually be paying on a monthly basis. So if you're working with an affiliate network, just make sure they're paying you weekly pay. That's very common in the affiliate space. If they're just trying to bully you into some monthly thing, just whatever. Go work with someone else, right? You don't need to work with that network. So things to look out for in a good network, we want on-time payments. Again, I don't care if it's a couple days late. If they're supposed to pay every Monday and 1 week the money doesn't come till Thursday, I don't care. Where it might get concerning is if, like I said, they skip the entire week and then they're trying to catch up the next week. And you need to be really careful. And if you see any signs of instability, like not being able to pay an invoice, networks saying they're looking into it. It's been 2.5 weeks, they're looking into that invoice. That's what I've been seeing with the people that I've been... Now, we work with a lot of networks and a lot of people. This is just this particular group that I started up with 3 weeks ago. I don't like what I'm seeing. I sent 11 grand. They are hoping that it gets paid next week. What do you mean hoping that it gets paid next week? That doesn't sound too good. Do you think I'm actually going to continue sending traffic there? Hoping? It's supposed to be weekly pay, and they're saying, oh, I hope to get it out next week. I'm like, dude, go sell your car and just pay me my 11 grand. This is ridiculous. So anyway, we are relentless. If these people don't pay, I'm just going to hound these people. You don't understand how we operate. If the people don't pay us, they will never hear the end of it. Literally, there's some people that it's funny. There's a network that didn't pay us 6 years ago, and I'm still hounding them for the money. I'm like, where's my 20 grand? Where's my 20? They just never hear the end of it. So you got to make sure you're getting paid. Make sure you're getting paid on time, and just don't be a fool. Just because a network has a fancy website and a fancy logo and stuff, if that payment is not coming on time, and how I'm defining on time is if 4 or 5 day grace window, right? Let's say it's a monthly pay and it's supposed to come on the 1st of the month and it comes on the 5th of the month, am I going to be all worried about that network? Maybe not. But if it's the monthly pay, it's supposed to come on the 1st of the month and it comes on like the 25th of the month, and there's no explanation and they're just like acting disorganized, I cut ties with that one maybe. So the late pay stuff has been really unacceptable, so we want to get paid on time, and this is stuff that you guys should look out for. So I hope this helps you, and stuff like that. Now, what I also recommend doing too, let's say you're working with a network and you're having trouble getting paid, okay? Let's just pretend like you send some traffic and they're not paying you for some reason, like they don't have the money, or they say they don't. They're just fumbling. They tell you they're going to pay. It's like, if you're having trouble getting paid, what I recommend you do is I recommend you play the game of wanting to continue. It's kind of like a mental game, because I kind of learned the hard way. There was a network that didn't pay me $20,000, and I'll name them because they still owe me the 20 grand, and I didn't do anything wrong. They didn't get paid by someone, so they decided not to pay not only me, but a lot of affiliates, okay? So this network is on my naughty list. The network is called Revenue Ads. So if you are working with Revenue Ads, I recommend that you don't work with them, probably. I mean, based off of my experience at least. And if you have heard of them, I would stay away, very far away from them, okay? These guys stiffed me $20,000 about 3 years ago for no reason. They just didn't get paid by someone else, so they decided not to pay me and a lot of affiliates. Like, just because they didn't get paid doesn't mean they have the right to not pay me. I had nothing to do with them not getting paid by someone else, and our traffic was approved, and the whole 9 yards. So these guys, and again, these guys are on the naughty list, okay? Naughty list. These guys, they stiffed me $20,000, and I didn't handle it properly. I could have handled it better, because what I did was, instead of playing the game, I threatened a lawsuit, and that didn't go too well. They just kind of got like turned off by that. So what I should have done with these guys is I should have said to them, I should have played the game of wanting to continue, okay? So just, again, you might be listening to this and you're like, oh, this sounds interesting. I love the Day Brothers, but like, just trust me, if you do affiliate marketing enough, you might run into some sketchy situations, and you need to know how to deal with them properly. So the mistake I made in this situation is, instead of doing the right approach, I just threatened a lawsuit. I told them I was going to get a collections agency on them for the money, and I just like started threatening all this legal stuff. And the issue is that just like really turned them off. They just kind of like became clammy, and like they kind of like push back to that and talk back and stuff. So what I should have done with them, and I think I would have had a better chance of collecting them. By the way, I ended up not only did I never followed through with the lawsuit either, because I talked to the lawyer, and the lawyer said that they owe you 20 grand, but the lawyer's like, I'm going to charge you 10 or 15 grand for the lawsuit. Like, so I ended up not even following through with the lawsuit, because they owed me, Revenue Ads owed me $20,000, and the lawyer said that the lawyer would charge me 10 or 15 grand to actually help me collect the money. So I was just doing the math. I'm like, so if the lawyer is going to charge me like 10 or 15 grand and the Revenue Ads owes me 20 grand, it would be a lot of work and hassle for me to only pocket the $5,000 difference. So I ended up not even doing the lawsuit that I was threatening. But long story short, what I should have done with these guys is I should have played the game of wanting to continue. I should have said to them, like, hey, instead of threatening the whole lawsuit thing, I should have said to them, like, hey, you guys owe me money, but you also want me to keep working with you, right? Like, so how can we come to an agreement here? Because obviously, if you don't pay me, like, I'm not going to work with you anymore, but if you do pay me, then I'll continue. So I should have played that kind of mental game. Instead, you know what? You learn as you go with some things. This was like 4 years ago. I didn't know that just like the heavy-handed like lawsuit threatening thing was like not the best approach. I think the best approach in this situation would have been, like I said, to play the mental game. Be like, hey, we have a good relationship here. I want to keep working with you guys, but we need to come up with something here, because, you know, if you don't pay, how am I supposed to continue working with you? I mean, you want me to work with you and not pay me? So that's the best way that we found to handle situation. And this is exactly what I did with these guys tonight. The guys that owe me 11 grand, I'm playing this game now. I hit them up and I said, hey, you guys owe me 11 grand, but like, you want to keep working with, like, how can we make this work out? Like, you want me to scale? I mean, I'm not, I just told them I'm going to pause and we can start up again, if we can get paid and paid on time. So you see the game I'm playing. At the end of the day, what I'm trying to do is I'm just trying to get my 11 grand, and maybe I'll work with the people in the future. Maybe not if I don't trust them. But and this is so funny, man. The revenue experience you can trust. It's like, man, it's funny. After stiffing people that much money, this shouldn't be the slogan. But yeah, what was I saying here? So you want to play the game of acting like you want to continue. And I did this with another advertiser, and I ended up collecting all of the money because there was another advertiser that was trying to stiff. And I just said, hey, if you stiff me, like, how do you expect me to continue? And the advertiser was like, oh, yeah, I'll get you paid. I'll get you paid. You know what I mean? So that's your best leverage. I really recommend that if you're in a pickle. Don't try to do the whole lawsuit. Definitely don't get like angry at them. Don't send them any Skype messages with like swear words or threats. Don't like yell at them on Skype. None of that's going to be effective at all. It's only going to make them, they might even disappear. Like if they're not paying you and you're just sending a million Skype messages just like F you, you got to pay, they might just literally start ignoring you and stuff. So the best way to get paid if they're sketchy or they've been like weird or disorganized, the best way that I've found is to act like you want to continue and have them pay you so that you can start up again, quote unquote. So it's a really good approach. And then look, if you trust them or you can come to some kind of agreement, I guess you can keep working with that particular. But it's if you don't trust them and you feel like they're not going to pay you on time again or they're going to stiff you, then they'll probably pay you thinking that you're going to start up again, and then you could just ditch. So anyway, this is stuff that we've dealt with. I mean, we're dealing with a situation right now. Again, I'm pretty sure that we're going to get the money, but it's just really good to train on this stuff so that other people know how to handle these things. I mean, if you're watching this video and you're new to affiliate marketing or you're kind of intermediate, I mean, who else is talking about this stuff? I mean, what other YouTube channel can you go to where someone is actually giving you this real life advice of how to do affiliate marketing properly and stuff? So I hope you got a lot of value out of this video. If you did get value out of this video, press like. There's a like button right below the video right now. Press that like button. It's not that hard, just to tap it on your phone, tap it on your computer. That's going to make the algorithm favor these videos more. Press subscribe to that red button and do that now. And then I'm going to give you a few resources here. So here's some free resources. We have a lot of training videos, over 170 training videos on our channel. That number is growing by the week. And there's a lot of free training. I mean, you could spend the next month going through all this stuff. Bing ads for affiliate marketing, landing pages for affiliate marketers, how to advertise on eBay, ConvertKit review. We review a lot of different softwares. Let me show you some of these success stories too. We've had some really good personal coaching students. Byron is a great success story. He was one of the first students we've coached. He was our second personal coaching student. The first one is Tariq. Tariq is really quite a success story. He made this testimonial pretty early on when he was doing about $12,000 a month of profit, but Tariq has had months where he's done a couple $100,000 of commissions. Really successful. And then Danny's done over 10 grand a day. Student of ours. Alex has been able to do $3,000 days. I'll show you this other good video. Check this one out. How to scale affiliate campaigns to 10 grand a day. This is a video that I put out in July of 2019. It's a little webinar presentation here. I really recommend that you watch this video as well. So these are some really good training videos and they're free on the channel. If you're looking for something higher level, if you're looking for us to actually show you where to get affiliate offers, you're looking for winning campaigns, you're looking to actually see the campaigns that my brother and I are running right now, that's not going to be free. That's going to be in our coaching. Okay, so we have some different coaching products. If you go to our site, Optimize to Convert, and you go to products, all you have to do is visit our blog, go to products. You'll see we have a case study, we have a Facebook course, and we have a personal coaching. So you can check those things out as well. And don't forget as well to subscribe to our free community. We have an affiliate group. The group is called Affiliates Ask Anything. Let's check out this group because I actually haven't looked at it in a couple days. It's been growing really fast. This group has over 7,400 affiliates in the group. In the last 30 days alone, 1,000 people joined. And this group, we post training. Not only do we post training, but other people post training. It's a really valuable group, and it's free to join. So make sure you join that group, check out the stuff on our channel, check out our blog, the different products tab and stuff like that. And I'll see you in the next video. We have some really good content coming up for you in the next week or so. So stay tuned. Keep checking our YouTube channel really frequently for the uploads we put, and we'll talk soon. So I hope you the best of success. I really want all of our students to succeed in a huge way. We believe it's possible, and we appreciate you. We appreciate you as a follower, as a subscriber, and just make sure you like and subscribe to this channel. All right, so guys, we'll talk soon, and have a good day. All right, bye.